Dun 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 dun. Good morning, guys. What's going on? Get the rundown made in a second. Hope everyone's doing well. Just kind of chilling. Oh, dude, man. Pretty sore. Oh man, you guys play Battlefield this weekend? You want to play some Battlefield, man? Got to play a little bit. I didn't play very long. I haven't played the games in a while, so man, I was like just so not good with the stick. It was nasty. It was not a good experience. I was like, I need to play a little bit. This is bad. This is really bad. All right, let's get started here, eh? Let's get started here. Let's get started. Levels are pretty clear. I mean, honestly, back up 24.8.2, not bad. I mean, this is the level we talked about on Thursday. Could you hold? This is Friday. Like the early video I made on Friday, like Friday around noon. So what I was talking about, like, can you hold above this level? If you do, you look solid, and you know you're there right now. So ultimately, you hold above this, you're looking for 24.97 pretty easily. Yeah. Get those eyes checked. I'm trying to see if I missed any comments. Sorry. I don't see anything. Let's do the rundown real quick, and then we'll get more into equities and stuff. But I think, obviously, futures are way more important here. So, I mean, I honestly just get all your levels in here, too. No. Bro, Jay's gonna come in. He's gonna be like, dude, the background, I hate it. Go shade darker. There you go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I take that. Take that. Jay's gonna hate it. Actually, no. I kind of like the brighter. I kind of like that better, to be honest. I wish I could make the candle lines a little bit thicker. Can I? Can we? I haven't done this in so long. It'd be under candlesticks. No, you can't make them thicker. No. Womp womp. No. Nope. Just double checking. Yes. I mean, it's kind of like, it's awesome. Like, again, like this just goes to show the point of like why you mark out your levels, you know what you're looking for, etc. Like, again, these levels have been here since we previously were here, right? So if we look to the 4-hour chart, like these levels are all already here, right? I need to go back and redo these down here because this is when we had our futures rollover, so it fucked everything up. But like all these levels, I mean, I think we had our rollover like right here, like middle of September or beginning of September. And like, look at how the levels are responding, especially like on the 15-minute time frame. Like, it's pretty much perfect. So yeah. I will say though, it's funny. Colin on Twitter actually, he kind of said what I was thinking, but it's kind of true. So he was like more likely to, yeah, to bottom on a Less likely to bottom on a gap up. Not really what we want to see. Love yesterday's videos. Awesome. Yeah, I think some of the stuff I say gets misinterpreted, which I don't think I say anything that's necessarily confusing. I do want to like highlight that. I don't think anything I say is confusing at all. I think I word things in a very simple way on purpose, and I think some people get upset by that, and which is okay. But yeah, like whatever. Like I could care less. I mean, I'm just giving you guys my opinion. Yeah, 6,600 right there. Go back in this high here. Let's go back in this high. I don't know why I did this in my chart. Watching that. Actually, for the most part, some of these levels are pretty much still on. This will be a rough area. If you start losing 6,500 right there, that's pretty ugly. That'll be pretty ugly. And then from there, you don't really have anything down until here. All right, we'll delete the rest of these. I wish I could like grab all these and delete them, but I can't, so. Yeah. All right, cool. Just making sure. Sick. I'll put a zone down here for this so I don't forget. I do recommend doing that when you're doing your levels on like ES or NASDAQ. If like you're like right here, I'm on a 4-hour daily chart, right? I do recommend just like when you notice that these are all wicks there, just marking out a zone, because like there's a chance that like you're gonna be like on a 15-minute chart back over here, and you're not like you might zoom out and see this wick, but you're not gonna see this wick and this wick. So it's better to do that. That's what I typically try to do. Even here, you can mark out like this is going to be a little bit of a area. I mean, maybe even all the way into 6582, but worth mentioning. Like right here, I'd mark this out. I would mark all that out right there. All right. Sick. See, that makes sense. Like you have a gap fill there and you have all that going on, so it's gonna be tough. Honestly, you get below 66.3 should be pretty intense selling. I would imagine this is pretty aggressive selling down to the gap fill down there. But if not, I mean, as of right now, you're finding buyers trying to push up. That's what you want to see. Dow, pretty decent recovery so far. Yeah, pretty decent. Let's go to the 4-hour. Where are you at here? Never mind. Not as good as I thought. Not as good as I thought. So yeah, Dow, you can clearly see what's going on here. That is not a level. Okay. Mark out right there, low from there. This is I never went back and fixed all this. I just didn't want to. I was being super lazy. Because most of these Dow levels are from way back, like way back. Right. Bad thing is too here, you don't have a lot here on Dow. You really don't. There's not a lot of levels in here. Yeah, it's not pretty. 200 SMA. It's kind of crazy. Your 200 is not that far now. Don't love this chart. To be totally honest with you. Some big levels down there, but you really don't have a lot here. If you start losing like 45K, I would actually assume this is a straight shot almost down into 44.1, 44.15, the 200 SMA there. It's not great. Gold, I will say, if you're trading futures, seems like the easiest trade. I was watching it like last night before bed. I didn't do anything with it, but gold's just gonna stay pretty bullish. I wouldn't get crazy about it. Yeah, I would keep it real simple on gold's chart. Watch for previous high retest. Specifically, watch for Asia. Asia's market with gold, in my opinion, is easier market to trade, which is weird, but I'd be watching gold's open for Asia, and then if you break highs to instant long, in my opinion. So be watching that. Big looks there as well. Okay. Another opportunity to be bearish. Again, I think I answered your question already with everything I'm looking at. So yeah. Most days I watch your videos for the information. Need to play my strategy. Thanks for all the valuable content. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Glad you like it. Drag and drop. Ooh, are we going to get a dead cat bounce? You're already bouncing. But I wouldn't say dead cat. I mean, I guess you had dead cat. Maybe this was like the dead cat, but I don't know. As of right now, you look fine. I wouldn't be really concerned about much for right now. You look pretty solid. Let's go to some equities. Apple back in a 249. Honestly, could totally care less about Apple. Nvidia, this is like this is the problem too of what you didn't want. In my personal opinion, this is exactly what you did not want to happen. And so you come down to 183, 184, and then you're gapping up over the weekend, which if you went long over the weekend, like I'm happy you made money, like genuinely, like it's awesome you made money. If you're going to open up long and you take profits, but you know, I don't like this bounce you're getting in the overnight session because I don't know if it's going to stick. To be totally honest, I don't really feel super confident in this sticking as markets open, because like I said, what Trump is doing with the tariffs potentially against China, like he has to do it. Like I don't care what anyone says. People are gonna get mad and be like, "You're a Trump supporter." I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, cool. Oh no, I don't care. But like, you know, he has to do it. Like, and if someone doesn't do it, then you're dumb. Like, you got to. Don't care what anyone says. So, you know, I don't think those problems are gone. I want to be totally honest. I just don't think that that's gone. And it doesn't seem like China wants to talk to America, which is weird. Like, that's even like a little bit more concerning, but we'll see, you know? We'll see. Going long over this weekend would have been a real gamble. I agree. Going long on Nvidia below 184 was wild, but yeah. Another big name here, AMD. If it gets back over 227, I like that to the upside. PLTR back above 176, like I said, back towards 182, 181 conservatively. Looks pretty solid. Microsoft getting back into your little resistance here at 518, above 518, looking for 525. Not bad there either. Coinbase trying to find some buyers. CrowdStrike trying to get back up. CrowdStrike, as long as it's above 505, you really do like it. I mean, you really do, or at least I do, right? But yeah, I'd be watching that there too. CrowdStrike doesn't look bad. Could get back up there. Got an all-time highs. AVGO back above 332. If you hold there, you look really good. Above 332, back into 340, 344. It's been the trend. No reason to overcomplicate it. Oracle back above. I mean, it stayed above 292. This was actually one of the only trades I think that was worth going long for. From the weekend, maybe was because they held its key level of 292. We'll see though. But yeah, back in 300. Not crazy. What's going on, Cutthroat? TSM bouncing again, but there's no real level here. I mean, above 286. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not only are you getting back above most of these levels, you're gapping like $4 to $5 above them. So you're kind of like in this like middle ground of like, do I trade this? This doesn't seem very smart. It's where I'm at right now, brother. You don't need to stare at the sun on these charts. I do. I need a good hard reset. I need a good hard reset. I'm gonna change it back. I just need a hard reset. Also, if I use this white, I don't have to turn my light on for when I stream right now, and that actually is pretty. That's honestly worth all of it. AWOL. I do wonder if all this Chinese shipping company that runs all import operations both sides of the Panama Canal. Potentially. I mean, I think that like I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna act like the United States is innocent with what they're doing. They're making a lot of change very fast. That is worth mentioning with the new administration. 100% they are. However, you know, some of it's logical, but some of it's like it wasn't even discussed. That's the concern, right? So, you know, like the Panama Canal, was it a terrible deal? Yes. Was it one of the worst deals of all time? Yes. Is it cool that the United States was like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, is it cool the United States was like, you know what, guys, Panama Canal, we shouldn't have done that. We want it back. And we're giving you nothing. We're just taking it. Probably not. That's probably not the best thing. And then, like, you know what, actually, too? Yeah, you guys aren't going to get anything regarding chips. And y'all just have to deal with it. So, not awesome. Not awesome. What's your Bell prediction? You're already, there's no prediction here. You're already up. You know what I mean? I mean, above 24.82. I think you have upside into 24.97. Almost a clear shot up, to be totally honest. I mean, you can see what happens when you broke 24.97 back here. Clear as day. You broke below that level and you died. Same thing was mentioned out there in Discord as well. So, I mean, verbatim, like, nothing changed at all. Actually, guys, I always forget. Yo, if you want to use a... No. One second. Let me get this perfect. Guys, look, look at that. Everyone, Shallow Jordan for the banner. Actually, did Jordan make that? I don't even know. I think he did. What was looking at? Oh, Discord. Yeah. Like, verbatim. So, again, this is Friday morning, 10/9/25, 9:10 a.m. Actually, we'll go pre-market, right? 10/9, 7:40 before when I was live here. So you guys heard this as well. Under 25.26, looking for 25.200. Under that, then 24.97. You get under that, it's gonna be straight ass. Again, you lost that. It was literally death. You lost that level right there. You died. We had no levels down even lower. So, yeah, pretty gross. But anyway, so you're trying to hold there. If you don't hold there, you reject here. It's the same thing, though. I don't have levels in between here. I want to be really clear about that. I got nothing. So above 24.82, you got nothing. Below 24.82, you got nothing. Almost 200 points both ways. So, well, really 150 maybe the upside, 200 to the downside. But so worth mentioning, what I'd be watching there. Your best tool you're going to be using here this morning for trading, in my opinion, is going to be VWAP all the way. I would be looking at VWAP the entire morning. You lose this, you're looking for those lows there. It's a wipe and then sweep lower. Pretty easy trade in my opinion. VWAP will guide you. You can see you've been holding VWAP since we opened up last night. Literally since futures opened up, you've just held VWAP. So the second you flip that, it's time to go. Time to look for downside. Do you think Amazon will do well in earnings? Probably. Will I be trading earnings? No, I think trading earnings is usually one of the stupidest things I could do. So, nope, won't be trading it. But I hope you make money on it. Hope you do. I hope you make money. Sorry, hit the chat on accident. Oh, dude, I'm all over the place, guys, this morning. I'm so sorry. Another thing too is I don't want to bring this guy's chat up. I mean, he posted it in Discord, so I guess like, yeah, we'll cover this morning. All right, guys, so you're gonna get a little teaching moment from Tyler. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for tips from Tyler? Are we ready? You're welcome. Get your thinking caps on. Again, this is not sarcastic. How I responded pretty early, so I was like half awake when I saw this. But someone asked this morning. They deleted it. Anyways, so basically someone asked, they're like, hey, I've been in, and this is what I also say is like, you're not going to just make money joining Discord. Like, that's just like factual. It's like me going to college. Like, I want to make this an example. I don't want to say Discord's college, but like, let's say you go to a college class, right? And they teach you everything, but you're like, you know what? I don't want to listen to what they're teaching me. I just don't want to do it. That's kind of what trading psychology is. That's kind of what trading psychology is. I want to be really clear about that. But, you know, teaching someone trader psychology, like I can't make you guys like listen. Like I can show you the levels here. Someone just said, well, what do you think's gonna happen in open? Like you can choose to listen, choose not to listen. I think I'm speaking English, right? So what I believe is key is this level right here. So above it, upside, below it, downside, below VWAP. I think you have confirmation for downside. So I think that was super clear, right? But some people might be like, well, I need more. And I'm like, well, that's all I got, King. Like that's it, right? I don't want to be patient. I want to, you know, a quick trade, right? Do whatever you want to do. Anyways, person basically was like, look, I've been in Discord, but I'm not profitable and psychology is my thing. Every time I make money, I overtrade. I don't know how to stop overtrading. And I thought it was an off topic. My bad. Yeah. And it's just like, it's really self-control. And if you just don't have self-control, you probably shouldn't do it. Like, you probably shouldn't trade. You probably should just invest and, like, not do this. Like, I'm just telling you right now. Like, trading is not easy. Like, if you think you're going to wake up every day, that's what I always tell you guys. Like, you don't need to be trading every day. I say it in every single YouTube video. Every day I say it. Yeah, I say it in Discord. People get mad at me because I don't post more trades some days. But, like, that's just the way that it is. I'm going to be honest and transparent. So, if you find yourself where you can't stop trading, like, you need to either lock your account or don't trade. Like, literally delete your trading account and move it to long-term investing. So, anyways. Yeah, NQ doesn't look ideal here, but we'll see. Where's SPY at? Where's SPY on the daily? I mean, pretty great balance, 660. Jesus Christ. Funny, though. Literally the level we talked about on what's it called? Literally on Friday, middle of the day, was at 652. You came almost right down into it. It's a monster level. Like I said, though, the concerning part, though, is, and it lines up with SPY. You know, that's when things really get not great. Like NQ, if your NQ starts breaking some of these levels, you don't have a lot of support, obviously. So again, SPY, if it starts breaking, QQQ starts breaking, like you don't got a lot of support. You know, you go up really fast, you can go down just as fast. So very key and important to understand that. If you're addicted to overtrading, I mean, I don't really know. I can give them a whole bunch of wise proverbs, I guess, but like, I don't really know how to respond to that, to be honest. I'm just like, dude, like, I mean, you're a grown man. I don't know how else to say, like, it's like, I really want to sports gamble every day, all day, but I know I have a family that I have to feed, so I probably shouldn't. Right, let's go through more equities, guys, before the day gets started. AVGO, I mean, honestly, I'm looking at more downside, to be totally honest. Maybe glass half full for me, I don't know. But I'm looking at, and all these bounces are just too high. Like, you're not going to make any money off these bounces, guys. Like, I don't see it happening. UNH looks like it wants to go down. Everyone keeps asking about UNH, guys. I don't know why we're talking about. I mean, I'm not saying UNH is a bad stock. It's probably a great name to hold in like a long-term portfolio. But guys, like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, God, why are we talking about UNH right now? Like maybe if you come back down to 320, 330, like down here, like, what are we doing here? Like, we just traded this shit from literally like 250 into 300, and then we got back into it, I think, at 305. You gapped up. I got out of it again, 350. Like, your gap fill was at 377. You clearly filled the gap. You have your 200 SMA at $400. Like, you know, again, this is what you have to think about. And again, I don't think people think about it, right? So this is when we started going long. This is the example. This is maximum upside for me. We can even say the 200. Let's say 200 SMA is maximum upside, but the gap fill was my maximum upside. So this was the original trade. And I obviously wasn't going to hold the entire time. Like I said, if I get up 100% and like quick, I'm probably going to exit out of the trade. But what you can see here is like you get up. Okay, well then we get up to here. And that's what the trade looks like, whether you want to admit it or not. Like your original thesis of like downside, maximum upside. Okay. And then you get into it again and you go long and you get to your up here. And now that's your trade. And now you're right here. Like, that's your potential. right now. And so we keep asking about it because we have FOMO or we missed out. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, move on. There'll be another setup. Go off, King. Honestly, if I'm looking at healthcare, I'd probably look at Eli Lilly. If it's still above its 200, it is. Yeah, I'd be waiting patiently for any type of dip down here to your 200 SMA. 100%. That's what I'd be looking for. 1,000%. So, worth mentioning. 200 SMA is what I would look for in Eli. Honestly, Eli Lilly is in a decent position. Oh, look, NASDAQ got some love there. Was anything said in the news? There you go. One sec. So what it's going to be like all day, too. Especially if Trump starts yapping. Yeah. Dude, instant bounce. Above 2482. You got OpenAI and Broadcom custom data center chips for you got another OpenAI deal. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you have AVGO at 364 pushing all-time highs here. Yeah, guys, I mean, these OpenAI deals too, I don't know how I value them either. I really don't. I think what OpenAI is doing right now, and all these like deals and like the circle jerk of what you're seeing with all these semiconductor deals, it's a joke. I think it's a joke. Like it actually starts to look like a bubble now. Like before with NVIDIA, I still don't think NVIDIA is a bubble at all. I really don't. But what OpenAI is doing and what you're seeing all these semiconductor companies do, I'm like, dude, like, you're making a bubble. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is literally becoming a bubble because of, like, let me find this. I'm trying to find this partnership. If anyone has it, let me know. I posted it in Discord. I just post too much shit in Discord. I think I posted on Twitter too. Let me find it on Twitter. But now you get to add one more player. It's like, dude, like this is not what you want. This is not. Yeah, this is so terrible. Like the fact that this is real. Like this is actually what's happening. Like I don't think, like I said, I don't think NVIDIA is going anywhere. I don't. Unless they overextend and over leverage themselves, maybe. Okay? And they like start loaning shit out, like, and people start to not be able to pay that back, then maybe that becomes an issue and that could become a pop there within the company. But I genuinely, this is stupid. This is one of the most dumb charts I've ever seen. And it is like, yeah, I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. All the companies are attached to either NVIDIA or OpenAI, which if this is the case, you have to also think about it. If NVIDIA is worth $4.5 trillion, OpenAI's value needs to start pumping up. It should start pumping up closer to, it should get to $1 trillion really soon and get closer to Microsoft, right? Which then in that case, Microsoft would also increase. But yeah, dude, I'm not a fan of this. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. This is literally the scariest thing I've ever seen. Quite literally. Anyways, but worth mentioning, worth watching. But yep, that could be the pop. I mean, that's what you got right there. Oh, the OpenAI AVGO news is what got NVIDIA moving up, or NQ moving up there. So decent candle came out. We'll see what happens at open. But what I'm watching for above 24.82, looking for 24.97 back into 25K, which is crazy that you're already back there, to be totally honest. So yeah, OpenAI doesn't have the money for anything they're trying to do. That's debatable. They're also like pretty backed by Microsoft, so that's a good company to have for your back. Sorry, hey, well, I didn't skip your question. MRK retested 200 daily, getting above its box. Let's see. Is it above its box? Let's go to the daily. Retesting the 200 is not bad. Oh, dude, I don't love this. I don't love it. Above 88.5, I can see the vision. I would be careful. I mean, holding its 200 daily is big. Don't get me wrong. But the problem with healthcare names is like, you see these boxes or these major lines, you're like, okay, well, they're gonna bounce. And like, I'm not saying MRK is a bad name by any means, but like, maybe Moderna is not a good example. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But like, Moderna gave it up quick. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, a college freshman, right? She was just looking to give it up, right? You're like, I didn't even. All I did was mention that I played 2K. What? Like, that's what's going on here, right? So yeah, I think healthcare. I'd be careful. The best name I think is like Eli Lilly, UNH. Those are like two of your standard names that hold up over time. But yeah, PFE. I'm really like, I'd be careful. Like, again, all these previous lows here, a lot of risk right now. If you like it, go long. If you really do like it, so yeah. Target is not a defensive stock. Target is not. Target is not. I should have mentioned this in the video. It is not a defensive stock, though. No. Target has been going down since 2021. They started their go woke, and they indeed started not. I wouldn't say they're going broke, but yeah, not on the right path. Earnings are decent. It will eventually bounce. It's just like, do you want to be there? You know? Do you want to be there? You know? Are you gonna be the guy waiting at? Are you gonna be at the guy like sitting outside in the pouring rain with the boombox? Like, please bounce. Wouldn't be me, but yeah. Gold, yeah. GC, like I said, gold's probably the easiest trade here on the day. And over the next few days, I assume gold's gonna be incredibly easy to trade. I'll be totally honest, I prefer to trade gold in the Asia session, which is weird. I know, weird. If you go look at the action in the Asia session, though, it's really, really, really clean. It really is. So that's my personal opinion. And what I mean by that is if you break highs on gold in the Asia session, you typically trend up really easily. But yeah, so gold, I'd be watching more of the Asia. But even saying that, they're at all-time highs. You're killing it. Do what you gotta do. I mean, like, look, last night you broke here at like literally midnight. And you ran up literally until just now. So BMNR. I mean, well, this is really simple. BMNR just follows crypto. Crypto is going to keep going down if the market keeps going down. If the market goes up, I think crypto bounces. Super simple. If crypto bounces, I like BMNR. I like bullish still. It's really that simple. They had a short report out from Kablowski or Kabbalah. I don't know who it was. It was one of those weird companies, but yeah. BLSH, you got to get above 69.70 to go long still. But yeah, got some gold calls cooking. Going to be up 150% this morning. Go off King. Hey, sometimes the dog's just got to bark. You know what I mean? Harf, harf. Still never touching the 200 SMA here on Amazon. Diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Above 218, you might be able to go long on this into 220. You might get lucky and go towards 224 on Amazon. Again, AMD is a long above 227. Get back above 227, you're cooking. I'd be careful until then, to be totally honest. I'd be real careful. CrowdStrike above 505. I mean, dude, I can't believe it's even chilling up here. It's pretty wild, but yeah. Gold teeth, baby. Bro having freshman flashbacks. Dude. It was wild. It was wild. I literally just... Y'all don't understand. In college, like, I did not have fun in college. I want to be very clear about that. Like, I never had any fun throughout college. And when I was able, like, to even close to have fun, because I was a senior in college when I started making YouTube content. You have to think about that. Before that, I was just working nonstop, and I had like a newborn kid. I was just working all the time. So like, yeah, I mean, it was my interactions were very direct, to say the least. But yeah. Crazy. Coinbase, good bounce, potentially, off this down here, 350 level. The breakout spot, 349, 350, good bounce. Pretty great. Coinbase is definitely the top crypto name there right now. Bitcoin's not. It's not bouncing as good as I thought. I mean, you're rejecting off of our level here, like 115.7. Marked it out, I think a day or two ago. So yeah, you're rejecting off that right now, which is good. It was interesting to see. You get above that, you look better, but crypto's not bouncing as good as I thought it would. CoreWeave gotten to target, kind of rejected. Ulta's a really weird name too. I don't know what the hell Ulta's doing, but I don't know if you guys have looked at Ulta's chart in a while. Look at this shit. You're at all-time highs. I don't know where this came from. If the market actually, let's say the market, this is actually a good time to mention this. Let's say the market has bottomed and like you don't get any more downside. One of the biggest stocks I'd be looking at right now is I think AWOL mentioned this the other day. It would be Elf Beauty, which I will say has been a decent sympathy play to Ulta over the past few years. You have a bit of an inverse head and shoulders kind of coming into effect here. Pretty nice. Above 153, I mean, I think you really have room. You have room to the upside. So I'd be watching Elf Beauty. It's another one. I think SD Lauder is one of the ones that you said. I think that's the one you asked about. AWOL, I think, is the one you asked about that one day. I don't like SD Lauder as much, but it does look good back above the 200. You can get back above 105. I like it a lot more, to be honest, but what I'd be looking for there. So pretty interesting. I wouldn't say these are like defensive names. Like I wouldn't say Ulta should be classified as a defensive name, but there's a high possibility they still do well no matter what happens, which is weird to think about. Do you know the worst feeling ever is when you ask your wife to make you a coffee and she tells you that there's no more creamer? Look, I don't put a lot of creamer in mine, but I gotta have something, dude. I gotta have something. Unless I'm like on a strict diet, that's the only way they have the mental fortitude to drink black coffee. But I don't. So I used to do like just half and half back when I was a workout demon back in the day. But no, I can't do that crap anymore. How do you feel about LRCX? I can tell you right now, I'm probably not going to trade LRCX. I can tell you right now. Yeah, I have no desire to trade this. I mean, you're still in all-time highs. I mean, yeah, this is actually a terrifying name right now for the sole reason of, you need to understand, I say it all the time, I say it in like every video too, is if you move up very fast as a stock or an equity, you can move down just as fast. That's a very, very real statement. I don't say that as a joke. I don't say it to be funny. I don't say it because it sounds cool. It's a logical thing you should understand. And this stock moved up very fast from 103 into 155, 153, okay? If you lose 125 here, I would mark this. Okay, let's mark it. I'd be willing to put some good money on this one, actually. Jesus. Okay? If you lose 125, I'd be willing to bet you hit 113 within 24 hours. That's a pretty big bet. I think it could happen, though. Within 24 hours, I think it would happen. Every chick needs makeup. I would say it's defensive. I'm just saying based on how it reacted back in 2022, that's the only reason why I would even say that, is why it might be considered defensive, is how it moved back then and how fast it recovered. It was weird. It was really weird how fast it recovered. Like 2022 happened and like, look, January 2022, this is when you started having all your rate hikes, right? Right here. You dipped a little bit, but you went into highs. You dipped down in 2023, went back into highs, dipped down, you just went back. It's kind of crazy. Really wild. So maybe, I don't know. Be careful. I wouldn't be going long on this. That's why I said Elf and the other names are where the more of the opportunity is, if I had to say. So, and go look how Elf responded back then too. Elf was at highs at that time. Shopify, I'm not looking to do nothing here. I mean, you're at all-time highs. Again, guys, if you have a question, I really recommend, like, this is for your own benefit. I get, like, yes, I want to answer questions. Don't get me wrong. But, like, you need to understand something. If you do not put in any effort, you will be a loser. Like, I'm not being mean. And no matter how I say that, it's going to sound mean. but you need to really have that conceptualization, right? This is the last thing I'm gonna think. I didn't realize what time it was, right? But if you do not put in any work, you're not gonna get better. If you don't even like pretend to try, like, so you just say Shopify. I'm telling you, a blind retarded dog could have told me that this was like, hey, there's not too much to say here. You got into all-time highs, you're kind of rejecting 200. Like, there's nothing really to talk about here. Like, quite literally. Like, if you take one look at a chart, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Like, all I would probably do is mark out your previous high here. And that's it. There's nothing else to discuss. Quite literally. You break out of this, cool, like whatever. But like, if you don't put in any work, you will stay the same. Like, you need to understand that. Like, if you just spend, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being dead serious. Like, people are shocked why they don't get better. People are shocked why they don't make money. They're like, I've been looking at charts for 7 years and I don't make any money. I'm like, well, do you journal? Do you write down like all your wins, all your losses to figure out what's going wrong? Well, no. I hop in the live stream and I ask you a random question, and then I come back here. I'm like, well, Timmy, that's not. I don't know how you think that could work. If you want to get better at basketball, what do? You go fucking shoot basketballs. You go dribble a basketball. If you want to get like better at anything, you go do that thing. Like, that's very simple. It's very simple. It's being real honest here. Like, so when y'all just say like Shopify, like, and I go look at a chart like this and it's like, it's one of the simplest charts to look at. I'm like, what do you want me to say? Like NASDAQ, I can get, if like someone's like, hey, look, can you look at NASDAQ? Like, what's going on here, right? I prefer sentences also. I don't speak in word sentences. At the age of 2 years old, I started forming sentences, so that was cool. But yeah, like this, obviously there's more. So yeah, Cost Daddy. Like, see, if y'all trying to troll me and say stock, oh shit, whoops. Like, that's fine if you want to troll. Like, if that's what you want to do, I'm just gonna mute you. And I'm just never gonna listen to your chat again. Like, which is totally fine. Like, I can mute you. That's totally okay, Cost Daddy. Honestly, I remember you saying dumbass shit months ago when you were here. So like, that's totally okay. It does not hurt my feelings. But yeah, like PFE stock. Like, again, like, a retarded dog could come in here and look at this chart and be like, oh, you're grinding below the 200 SMA? Oh, let me go to a weekly chart here. Huh. You've literally gone straight down. Now, I get the Trump stuff is maybe interesting here, but like, yeah. They want to know when they want to know, I don't know what they want to know. Fire shot. I'm just saying, like, whatever. I'm not mad. I'm just telling you guys, like, if you guys want to keep losing money, if you want to stay in the same position, if you want to just blindly pay for a bunch of Discords and hopes that somehow you make money down the line, that is okay. Okay, that is okay. If you want to just give me money and like be like, and then in a year be like, well, what happened? I'm like, you didn't put any work. I mean, that is okay. I'm trying to save you guys money. I am trying to save y'all money. Whatever. I'm trying to help you from not buying a course and then not even looking at a course from someone. Like, I don't have a course, so can't even say that to me. So really, really important. But anyways, guys, market's about to open. If you get back below 24.82 on that, I mean, honestly, what I'd be watching all day is gonna be NASDAQ. I'll be totally honest. Like, I'm gonna be staring at this shit all day. So below 24.82, probably weak. I'll tell you that now. I would also be watching Dow to see, does the Dow get any strength? Because as of right now, the Dow's really doing nothing. Okay, it'll hold back ES, and if you only see one index pop and then not find any buyers, then that's probably a red flag. Yeah, I'm giving you woke vibes. Oh, these guys. I was like, am I woke? Let's say if I'm woke, then woke must be in. Like, holy shit. If Tyler's woke, then what's conservative? I wouldn't even say I'm super. I mean, I would say I'm pretty conservative. I wouldn't say I'm like a Republican person, though. Yeah. Anyways, appreciate you. See you tomorrow, guys.